Hi everyone, once again welcome back here. How are you doing all? So today we are going to start Python programming and this video is going to be in English. I have recorded this video in Hindi also. If you want to watch it, I will mention the link in the description. This video is going to be very interesting. Please keep watching this video till end. Here, if someone is going to ask you what is Python programming, I am going to explain firstly definition of Python programming. Definition of Python programming. After that I'm going to take features and applications, very important, and this one is going to be interesting here. So command forward slash comment out. Look, if you have to understand the Python programming, so you have to keep three words in your mind. What are those words here? Python is object oriented interpreted language. Object oriented interpreted and high level language. High level language here. So I'm going to explain each and every word. So object oriented generally defines, that is the OOP concept only. Object oriented, whatever we are going to see in Python programming, mainly they are in the form of objects, and after that it is going to be create the class here. I'm going to show you with one code how can you define this one. Just you can take here a variable. This is the variable a is equal to 44. In that variable we store the integer. You can store anything. I'm going to explain the data types, variables and all everything. After that you will gradually understand the concepts here. And here I'm going to write print functions. In Python programming generally we are using print function, and I'm going to put the variable here. It is going to give you 44 because a is the variable. Variable means it is a container, it is a memory allocations, it is going to give you the space. In that space you can easily fill the data, you can store the data. That is the concept of variable here. And if you have to check the type here, so you have to write the print function. Type you can put here, and type of a here, so it is going to give you the class. That's why it is object oriented programming. Generally whatever we are going to see in Python programming, that is in the form of objects here. So it means that this 44 belongs to the integer class. And again, one more example I'm going to take, one more variable I'm going to take, and the name of that variable is t. You can take anything, MNOPQRST, it depends on you. So t is the variable here. This time I'm going to use here AMAN, my name here, and I'm going to print t. And if I have to check the type, then I'm going to see type t. So it is going to give you the str. Generally str means string class. I'm going to explain what is the string class, what is the integer, because all these are the parts of data types here. So firstly you understood this object oriented programming. Now the next point is interpreted language. What is the concept of interpreted? It means that there is one interpreter who checks the code line by line, and after that executes the code line by line. So this is the concept of interpreted language here. High level language means the code would be very simple and it will be looking like English forms, that whatever it has been written here, so it is similar to the English language, and you don't have to worry about the memories, like where data is going to stored and all everything. You don't have to worry about all those things. Firstly, the concept is high level language. The syntax is very easy. Print, suppose if you are going to write here AMAN Anna, you can take ANNA Anna, and it is going to give you the output here. Anna is the output. So syntax is very simple. That is the concept of high level language here. And after that, firstly this Python was released by one of the most popular human being, that is Guido van Rossum, and first version of Python was released in 1991 here. 1991 by Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum here. So yeah, after that I'm coming to the next point, that is features of Python programming. Generally, what are the features? Firstly, the syntax is very simple. Syntax is very simple. Anybody can learn in few days. Second, it is object oriented programming. Already I discuss all these things, and it is object oriented programming here. And third is it is portable. It is portable here. What is the concept of portable? Suppose if you have written the code in Windows, now you want to shift that code in Mac also or Linux also, then you don't have to worry about there would be any bug. You can easily run that code in Linux also and in MacBook also, in Mac also. So that's why it is called the portable here. That is the third point here. It has many inbuilt libraries. Inbuilt libraries like packages we have. If you want to work with the web development, you will get many inbuilt packages, Django and all, everything. If you want to work with the machine learning, deep learning, you will get scikit-learn, TensorFlow, Keras. It is dynamically typed, or you can say like you don't have to mention the variables. You don't have to you don't have to mention the variables here. Variables means I'm going to make you understand here. Variables here, suppose if you are going to put here x is equal to 88, you don't have to mention here that x is the integer, like int of 88, like this int again 55, all these things. You don't have to mention anything like this. This is the features of Python programming here. And if you are going to ask me what is the applications, so I'm going to explain here applications also. So firstly, the application would be, it is going to be used in web development. First would be used in web development. Used in web development here. So in web development there are two parts. First one is the front end part and second one is the back end part. So in back end part, generally people are using Django framework. They are using Django for the back end part. And the second one is for the data science field, ML, DL, deep learning, NLP, AI. There is use of libraries. Libraries name is TensorFlow, Keras, all these things, scikit-learn. And in, if you are going to use in web scraping also. What is the concept of web scraping here? If you want to get the informations from other websites, from different websites, there you need some of the Python libraries like Beautiful Soup, Selenium, Scrappy. So in web scraping, generally we get the informations from the websites. We are extracting the informations with the help of Python libraries. So there we are using Beautiful Soup, Selenium, Scrappy, all this library we are going to use. And info, we are going to use the game also, game development. There you are using Pygame. Game development we are using here Pygame, you can easily use. And more vast areas, vast field we have. Cyber security and IoT. Here this is the sixth one. IoT also you can use. So all these things you can generally see in Python programming. Firstly we discuss the features, after that we discuss the applications here, and now I'm going to discuss about the syllabus. What are the syllabus we are going to cover here, so that you will be more clear towards the syllabus and everything here. The syllabus we are going to discuss generally. So sorry. The syllabus would be, firstly, the simple syntax of Python programming here. And there would be one question I'm going to give, like you have to print four line of your favorite song. Second would be, we are going to discuss about the variables and data types here. data types. So data types generally we are going to see here: integer, float, boolean, string, and none. We are going to see all these things. We are going to, after that we are going to see the explained way of string slicing. Beautiful. And here you will get beautiful questions. I'm going to make everything very clear. String slicing and string method, oh, one of my favorite topics, string methods, because in string methods generally I cover lots of questions, varieties of questions. String methods, after that typecasting here, and operators and operands, here. After that, data structure I'm going to explain. Data structure. What is the data structure? Four types of data structure I'm explaining: list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Someone can ask me, you can put all this list, tuple, set, dictionary inside the data types only. All these are called the data types. I agree. Many people are using this list, tuple, set, and dictionary as data types only. But I consider all these four parts, list, tuple, set, and dictionary, as data structure. I'm going to explain what is the concept, what is the reason behind that. Firstly, you see the syllabus. And here two things I'm going to cover: mutable object, mutable object, and immutable object. Immutable object, here we are going to explain. Yes, after that, conditional statement, very important. Conditional statement here: if, alif, else, and multiple questions on this conditional statement. Varieties of questions we are going to cover here. Look, if I'm going to explain the Python programming now, so you will get the lots of questions, varieties of questions. I believe on those things. You like practicing questions and questions. If you are doing questions from GFG also, hacker rank also, then you can ask me in the comment section. And once you are done with this, then loop. Oh, beautiful. While, break, continue, and here you are going to use for loop, and here I'm going to use the nested loop. Nested loop, you are going to see here. I'm going to cover pattern based questions. Generally, in whenever you are going to crack some of the companies as a freshers, there you will get the pattern based questions. Like how the pattern based questions would be: suppose this rectangular pattern based question, you are going to do this type of questions. You can easily see. After that, increasing triangular pattern. This is the increasing triangular pattern. Decreasing triangular pattern, you can also see. This would be the decreasing triangular pattern. Right angle triangle pattern, uphill, downhill. Alphabetical also you can see: A, this, all these types of questions we are going to cover. More questions you can see: 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And after that, all more questions we are going to cover here: 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. All these types of questions you will able to see here. Many more, many varieties: diamonds, prism, and all. After that, we are going to see functions, types of functions here. Functions, types, arguments and parameters. Arguments and parameters here. All this user, built-in functions, every type of functions we are going to see here. Return functions, lambda function, and yeah, once we are done, recursion. Generally we are going to cover the generators and decorators. Generators and decorators here. Generators and decorators, map and reduce, map function, map and reduce here. Zip, yeah, we are going to see the zip also, and file handling and exception handling. File handling and here exception handling we are going to see. Also all these are I'm going to cover in Python basics. After that I'm going to start the OOP concept, object oriented programming, where we are going to see the how to create the classes and object, a setter and getter method, built-in functions and all everything, constructor, destructor, everything, polymorphism, abstraction, inheritance, type of inheritance, encapsulations, all those things, instance method, class method, lots of questions. Now coming back to the starting from the basics here, if someone is going to ask you command a, comment out, command forward slash, commenting out, what is the concept of comment out here? If someone is going to ask you what is the concept of comment out here, suppose if you are going to write print function here, print is the function and print is the function here, and inside the print function, just hold for a second, print is the function and here you are going to put munna, and it is going to print munna. But if I'm going to comment out this line, for commenting out, firstly you have to select that, and after that you have to use the shortcut key command forward slash, and after that if you are going to execute it, so what would be the shortcut of executing? Shift and return, or if you are using on Windows then shift enter. So commenting out means you can easily see, but you will not get the output here. Print munna, whenever you are going to put the comment here, you can easily see the code, but it is not executing. Executing means it is not going to give you the output here. This is the concept. So firstly I told you that if you have to print your favorite song, 4 line of your favorite song, how can you print it? Let's do this question. My favorite song is I know you love me, I know you love me, I know you don't care, I know, wait, don't take it, I know you don't care. Yes, say never, 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 dear, never, say never, 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 dear, dear, dear. All 4 lines I have to print. So how can I print this? So I'm going to put here print function, as I told you. This is the print function here, and I'm going to put here double quote. Here also going to close with the double quote, but it is going to give you the error here. Unterminated string little detected at line 1 here. So in place of double string, you have to put triple quote. This is called the quote here. This is double quote. You have to put here triple quote. This. Now it will give the output. You can see it means that whenever you are working with a multi-line string, you have to mention that here we have 4 lines, multi-line strings. So in multi-line strings, generally you are going to close everything's, close all text words inside the triple quote. But whenever you are working with the single line or any single text, then you can use either single quote, or I'm going to write my name, this is Aman here, okay, or you can use double quote easily, no need to worry. Single quote, the work functioning of single quote and double quote is the same only, similar only. So Aman again, it is going to give you the same result. Either you can use single quote, this is called the quote, and double quote. So inside the single quote and double quote you can put anything, special characters, numbers, alphabets, smaller case, uppercase, whatever you want to take, you can take easily. Now I'm going to explain variable. What is the variable generally in if you are going to ask me social terms, generally what is the variables? Variable is like container, is like a ball. Inside the ball we are putting some kind of curd, pulse, or vegetable soup we are going to see. It means that curds, vegetable soups, or sugar are like datas, different datas, types of datas, and thus this ball is like container which giving the memory of allocations, which is giving the space. In that space we are filling the datas. So variable is working like that. It means that it is going to give you the space storage, and that storage you can fill any data types. Okay, so this would be the variables here. And firstly we are going to use here data types integer. We are going to discuss about the integer. Firstly, how can we generate the variable? What are the method to generate the variable here? So best way to define the variables here. Firstly, if you have to define the variable, you can take any alphabets. D is equal to 99. Print D, it is going to give you the output 99. It's fine. It's totally fine here. But I can say you can take D underscore 1 also as a variable is equal to 44. Print here D underscore 1 here. So it is going to give you the output 44. I can say you can take capital D also. Capital D underscore 2. Any numeric values you can take here. And 22. Print here D underscore 2 here. So this is the output here. And I can say here underscore 22 is equal to 55. Print here underscore 22. So 55, you can put underscore at the beginning also. This is the underscore. This one is called the underscore. And this one is called the hyphen. See the difference. Now, coming back to the next point. If you have to define variable again, then this would be the case you can easily define. But if you want to take numeric value first, after that this. So let's check it. Print here 1 underscore a here. Invalid decimal literal. It means that you cannot define the variable name. We are defining the variable name here. So you cannot define the variable name with the numeric values. It is going to give you the error here. Yes, so this is the concept here. Now you can ask me if I have to define the variable name with the special characters. Generally we are going to take the star underscore 22 is equal to 55 44. You are going to take print again star here underscore 22. So what would be the output? It is also giving the error here. Star assignment targeted must be in list or tuple. So it is going to give you the error. It means that whenever you are going to defining the variable, so in that time you don't have to start, you don't have to mention the name of variable with the numeric values or special characters like pond, star, dollar or anything similar to the special characters, right? This is the concept. You have to always keep it in mind. And I was talking about the data types. What are the data types? What is the concept of data types? There are different forms of data. That is only defined as the data types here. As I told you, we took the ball means katora. We took inside that ball we took pulse, or in other ball we took the vegetables, in other ball we took the sugar, in other balls we took the anything, cashew nuts, kismis and all, anything you can take. So all these balls are like variable which is giving you the space. In that space you can easily live, happily live. Okay, so data will live there. Different forms of data, different families would be there. Okay, so one family would be like behaving like integer, one data types, and other family would be behaving like float, and other family would be behaving like in another ball like boolean, none and all. I hope you got the point, right? So this is the concept here. Okay, you can take one more example now. You can see your memory card, like if you are going to talk about the 5 years back or 10 years back, there used to be memory card, SD memory card, SanDisk memory card, 4 GB, 8 GB. Inside that memory card we used to keep movies also, photos also, songs also. So movies you can take another data types, songs other data types, and short mp3 music another data types. I hope you got the point. Now I'm going to take the float here. Float generally defines here the decimal literal part now, 33.33. So this is going to be the float here. Command A, command forward slash here, and here I'm going to use y is equal to 33.33. Print, I'm going to use y, and so in generally also this is the integer, this is class integer here, and print here all these things, print type, and y I'm going to check. Yes, this is the float. It is going to be the float here. This 33.33 belongs to the float class. You can easily check the class with the help of type here. Coming back to the next point, all these things. One more example, if you want to take y is equal to here minus 44.44 and print, I'm going to use here print type and here. This is going to be the float here, easily see. And you can add integers also. Print, suppose if you have to add two integers 33 with 44, it is going to give you what, 77. If you want to add two floats values, print 33.33 plus 44.44, this is going to be 77.77. and if you want to add integer with the float here, 33 going to add with 33.33, it is going to be the output 66.33, right? Very right. And suppose if you want to check type like typ, directly you want to put the number 44, it is going to be the integer. And again, if you want to check the type, print type here, and here you want it 33.44, then you can easily see float. This is the float values. Yes, I hope you got the concept. Moving to the next data types here, string data types. Oh, beautiful, one of my favorite, because here you will get the string slicing, string methods and all. Every beautiful concept you can easily see here. Coming back to the next point, we are going to take one string here. I'm going to take my name. You can take your name or your wife name, your girlfriend name, your boyfriend name, whatever you want to take, you can easily take. So firstly, I'm going to define the variable name is p, and I'm going to take my name here. Inside the double quote, I inbound my name and print here type, and print type p. So it is going to be the str class. It means that this aman is stored in p variable, and this aman belongs to the str. It means that string class here. This is the case. So for today it is going to be done. Many more concepts we are going to cover in next video. Meanwhile, keep learning, keep exploring. Bye, have a great day. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.